Mad Max Fury Road is the fourth Mad Max movie. It's directed by George Miller, and it stars Tom Hardy as Mad Max, Charlize Theron as Imperator Furiosa, and Nicholas Hoult as Nux. And basically, this movie is not connected in any ways to the other Mad Max movies. It's a reboot, remake, not a remake, spin-off, continuation, side story, whatever you want to call it. It has nothing to do with the other three. And basically, you know, to those who don't know what Mad Max is, it's basically a series that takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where pretty much the world is dried up and it's nothing but an endless desert. Water is like really this luxury that people don't have, and cars are like a status symbol. That's how you traverse, and gas is also kind of like water. It's this thing that people kill each other over because it's so valuable and whatnot. Basically like a post-fuel wars world and whatnot, you know. And then there's this guy named Max, whose family was killed. He used to be a cop, and he's pretty much gone mad, hence the title Mad Max, and now he's just surviving. And in this one, he runs into this girl named Furiosa, who's basically trying to flee from this cult leader, Immortan Joe, because he took away his like breeders. Basically, that's how they make more people. They breed with these wife characters who were like the prettiest woman in like his citadel, and you know, she wants to defy him, so she takes them away, and then they run into Max, and then they all flee away from them together, and then an insane car chase ensues. And oh my god, this movie is so good. I mean, wow. I've heard great things about this movie. Like, when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, wow, it looks crazy. And then I heard it got amazing reviews. I was like, really? Wow, I really want to see it. It was rated R, so I couldn't go in theaters to see it because I wasn't 17 yet. Oh, I really regret not seeing this in theaters because, oh my god, this movie is so good. This is the best movie I've seen so far this year. Just hands down. No competition. I mean, Avengers comes close, and you know, Kingsman, they're close, but this movie is still the best movie of the year. I mean, wow. Just wow. I mean, this movie is like just one big long action scene with some breaks here and there. It's insane. Like, you know, I love this setting. It's a really original, creative. I like it. It's really cool, and you know, it allows for a lot of insane stuff to happen because everyone in this world is crazy. People just like, you know, it's a bunch of cars flipping over. They attach spikes to their cars and flamethrowers, and there's one car with amps, and then there's this guitar, and then a guy plays guitar, and then flames shoot out of the guitar, and he flames it around, and then there's cars with like wobbly sticks on side so people can wobble back and forth and shoot guns, and there's like machine guns attached to trucks and stuff, and people firing, and like you can spit gasoline into exhaust pipes to make something go faster. It's insane. It's crazy. It makes no sense, and I love it. I mean, wow, this movie is nuts. Like, it's just the action. It's some of the best action I've ever seen in a movie. It's so thrilling. It's so intense. And, you know, you really feel it. Like, you know, Max, he's a vulnerable action hero. Like, for the first third of the movie, he has, like, this muzzle on him, and he's tied to a car while blood is being siphoned from him. Like, and, you know, throughout the whole movie, he's just trying to survive. He's a great fighter, but, you know, he's oftentimes going to get punched and kicked. And he's a vulnerable hero, and I like that. I like that. And the visuals, this is one of the best shot movies I've ever seen in my life. It looks so beautiful. I mean, wow. George Miller. Bravo, man. You rock. And huge awesomeness, Charlize Theron's character, Furiosa. One of the best, and pardon my language, most badass, kick-ass female roles ever in a movie given to a female. I mean, she's just like amazing. Like, you know, she knows how to survive, and if you look at her the wrong way, she'll shoot you. Just, yeah, and she can drive a truck really awesomely and dodge flames, and, you know, it's awesome. Like, you know, I love, and you know, feminists are praising this movie for that. Great job, guys. You did great. Furiosa, awesome. It's Furiosa and Rebecca Ferguson's character in Mission Impossible 5 are the two best females in movies in 2015 so far. Like, Furiosa, awesome. And I also really like Nicholas Holt's character as Nux. Like, he's a war boy, or basically like the sons of Immortan Joe, and like they're just war people who travel the deserts looking for people. You know, he's crazy. Like, he's the one who says the famous line, "Oh, what a lovely day." And you know, he really wants to impress Immortan Joe, because Immortan Joe is like this cult leader. He's like a religious figure, and everyone looks up to him, but even in reality, a lot of people don't like him because he's cruel and whatnot, and he's not letting a lot of people have the water, because he controls that. And, you know, Nicholas Hoult, he wants to get into Valhalla, he wants to be noticed, and, you know, he eventually, you know, he's a really interesting character. I like that. Like, you would think that in a movie that's, like, nothing but cars flipping over and stuff, there would be no character, but no, there is. It's really cool, like, and as the scenes go along, you can get the scenes of the characters, and, you know, it's awesome. Like, you know, Max doesn't even talk that much because of the muzzle thing. Like, this is mainly Furiosa's movie, I'll say. It's probably just called Furiosa Road, featuring Mad Max. But whatever, I don't care. You need to put Mad Max on the title to attract viewers. But whatever, I love the characters in this movie. It's amazing that they actually managed to make such deep, awesome characters in a movie that's a big action scene. And, you know, it's awesome. And the wives were actually surprisingly cool. Like, you'd think that, you know, the wives, you know, they're just supposed to be hot for the sake of being there and whatnot. But no, they're actually really cool. Like, you know, they were actually tried to help. They were interesting characters. You really felt for them. And, you know, like, they helped. Like, they would reload the bullets and fire off times. And, you know, they'd even be there to, like, be some support. They were interesting. I did not expect that. You know, one of them is Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, I believe her name is. And if you didn't know her, she was basically someone Michael Bay pulled off of Victoria's Secret, modeling to be in Transformers Dark of the Moon. Thankfully, this is a much better part for her. I actually bought her this time around. She wasn't dating Shia LaBeouf. Oh my. And, you know, the action, as I said, it's amazing. Like, it's just like the guitar guy and all the crazy cars with these crazy accessories and stuff. And it's all practical effects. Like, it's 90% practical effects, this movie. Like, it's insane. Like, you know, Avengers, I love that movie, but it's like, you can tell a lot of it is CGI, and you need to do it. And mind you, it's awesome. I love that movie. But this movie shows just that still you can do practical effects a lot, and it's really awesome. That's one reason I'm looking forward to Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, because they're going to do a lot of that in that movie as well, from what I hear. It's pretty cool. Like, honestly, I really had to think hard for flaws. And I think the only flaw I can come up with is that there was this one shot where I was like, I think that's a green screen. I think that's a green screen. I don't know if it is, but I think that's the only flaw I have in this movie, that one shot. Other than that, I really can't think of any other flaws with this movie. It was amazing. Like, wow, Mad Max Fury Road. Oh, it was a joy to sit through, and as a fan of action movies, this was just amazing. Like, when it comes to 2015, there's 3 tiers of action movies that we've seen. At the bottom, we've got Kingsman. Great action, really cool, a lot of stuff, but it's not that much fast. We've seen stuff like that before. It's stuff that's really violent. Then we've got Avengers. CGI included, lots of amazing over-the-top stuff. Avengers fighting an army, insane. And then at the top is Mad Max Fury Road, with amazing car chase and action. It's all practical. It's like one big long action scene with some breaks in between for some character development, which really works. See Mad Max Fury Road. If you haven't seen it, please see it. It's rated R, yes, but to be honest, it's not even that violent. There's like one curse in the whole movie, and there's a few disturbing things here and there, but it's not that bad. It's barely R, honestly. It's such a shame that it had to be R-rated because I missed it. Whatever, I don't care. It was awesome. I loved it. I really have to think for flaws, and honestly, you know, I honestly have no problem calling this the best movie I've seen so far this year. Still hoping Star Wars is #1, but we'll see. This is hard to beat. This is very, very hard to beat. I bought this movie on Blu-ray. and I do not regret it. I'm not letting that go ever. Mad Max Fury Road, you get 100%. Yeah, I'm really bad at singing. But I mean, wow. Just wow. Really. Wow. This is one of the best action movies I've ever seen in my life. Please. Thank you, George Miller. And I hear you're making another one of these. Please do. I really want to see what you do. And I've never seen the other Mad Max movies. I've never seen 1, 2, or 3. Here 2's the best. I want to check this out ASAP because I love this one. With that being said, I think I've talked about this movie enough. And, yeah. Oh, the soundtrack is awesome. They use that awesome over the top thing. It was like, da, 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 na, 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 na. Yeah. The great soundtrack. I'm used to that stuff. I can't think of anything else, but this movie is amazing. And I love the scenery, and the plot, and the characters are great too, and the action, and those flames, and you know, the use of practical effects, and pretty much everything except for that one shot, but I didn't even know if it was green screen, so yeah, I'm just gonna end this. Should I? Yeah.